Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Brian here with another pickup and mail video for this week. I got a couple of things from thrift stores. I got some stuff from secondhand movie music stores, and then some mail. So I'm going to dive right on in. So the first titles I'll go over are Goodwill. So I went to Goodwill before work on Friday. Yeah, Friday. Didn't see a whole lot going on in there, but I picked up 2 DVDs because I've never heard of them. They don't really go for anything online, but I figured a couple dollars, $2 a piece. So the first one here is a Jennifer Love Hewitt film from 2004, and that is Confessions of a Sociopathic Social Climber. Don't know anything about it, but it's got a good cast. You get obviously Jennifer Love Hewitt, Colin Ferguson, Joey Lawrence, Sonia Bennett, and Dan Roebuck. So figured I'd pick that up and give it a watch. It is a former rental. And next one is also a former rental. It is a film from 2005 called These Girls with David Boreanaz, Amanda Walsh, Holly Lewis, and Caroline Davernas. So that's how you say her last name. Again, never seen this. Thought it looked interesting, so I picked it up. I went to my local Blue Ridge Hospice thrift in the next town over because they had a 30% off coupon for the day of Saturday. I didn't see a whole lot going on in there, but I did end up with a couple season sets, 1 DVD and 2 CDs. So the first CD is I guess, replacement. Because I think this one's not really in the best of shape either. But I don't think I have this either. I have the disc. I don't think I actually have the artwork and everything. But it is Third Eye Blind's second album, Blue, featuring songs such as Never Let You Go, Anything, 10 Days Late, Deep Inside of You, Wounded, 1000 Julys. It's a good follow-up to their first album, so pick that up. And then the second CD I picked up was a solo album by Debbie Harry from Blondie, and it is called Rock Bird. I haven't listened to this one yet, so I'm not sure if it's her best or not. This is from 1986. I don't really recognize any of the songs on here either, but there's the track listing. And it was produced by Seth Justman. I believe he was in the band, Jay Giles' band, if I'm not mistaken. He was the keyboard player, I think. Let me know in the comments below if you remember that. So the only DVD I picked up is this a 1 disc or 2 disc? 1 disc. Just some stand-up from Comedy Central. It is The Best of Comedy Central Presents Uncensored Volume 2, featuring Dave Attell, Mike Birbiglia, Frank Caliendo, Zach Galifianakis, Stephen Lynch, Patton Oswalt, Rick Swartzen, and Daniel Tosh. So, pretty good lineup there. And then lastly, I picked up the first 3 seasons of One Tree Hill. All the discs are great condition. These are generally $5 a piece, so 30% off each one is a pretty good deal. So that is all of that. So that is it for thrift stores. Now I went to Second & Charles and McKay's and Barnes & Noble yesterday. I got a couple stories for you while I was there, but I'll get into it when I get there. So Second & Charles. So I usually, look in the sections first for movies, and then they usually have like little bins up front by the counter, but not behind the counter. So I just, sit there and go through what I can go through without actually going behind the counter. As I was looking through the bins on the floor, this employee, never seen this guy before, gave me attitude saying, "Hey, can I help you?" And I'm like, "I'm just looking at the movies. Is that okay?" He said, "Yeah," but he kept staring at me until I put everything back, and then I walked away. I don't know what's up with the guy, but whatever. Even the manager saw me there looking at stuff. He didn't say a thing to me, so whatever. But in those bins, I found 2 DVDs that I found interesting. So the first one here is a live show from 1984 with the band Samhain. If you guys don't know who Samhain is, it's basically Glenn Danzig's band before he went solo. So this was the project he did after Misfits and before solo. Good band, you know, typical sound for Danzig. So if you guys enjoy Danzig or Misfits, check them out if you haven't before. A lot of the songs on here are actually Misfits covers, like Die Die My Darling, Halloween 2, and a few others scattered around here. But yeah, this is an MVD release from 2005. Runtime is only 48 minutes, but it's just the set, and no extras on here. The only other DVD I found was John Carpenter's, one of his first projects. It's a student film he did with Dan O'Banion, and that is A Dark Star. I found this, this is from 1974, 83 minutes. And this was put out by VCI Entertainment. This is a sci-fi student film that they did together. And then it went on for, you know, Carpenter did Halloween, Dan O'Banion did Alien, and so far and so forth. But one disc, just a one disc around that. Found a few Blu-rays when I was there. A couple upgrades. So one thing I found was the 25th anniversary edition of one of the finest rock and roll movies ever made. I agree with that. This is an ROJ Entertainment release, and I'm talking about the 1991, this is a musical, right? If I remember correctly, yeah. That is The Commitments. Great soundtrack as well. I listened to the soundtrack when I was a child before I even watched the movie. So, glad to have that in the collection. This, yeah, it's just a one discer, but it's got this nice little booklet inside as well. So yeah, glad to have that one. This one, I have 2 of these on a Blu-ray already, but this is the whole series. Too bad it's on one disc, and that is From Dusk Till Dawn 1, 2, 3, and the documentary. Full Tilt Boogie. Let's see, you know, the From Dusk Till Dawn is from 96, part 2 is from 98, part 3 is from 2000, and then the documentary is from 1997. So glad to have that in the collection. Like I said, it's only on one disc because that's what Echo Bridge does. Next 2 are upgrades from DVD to Blu-ray. First one here is Splinter. This is from 2009 Magnet Magnolia release. This is a creature feature. So pretty good there. And then the last one here, I highly recommend this film, and there's a lot of other people in the horror community do. And that is the Scream Factory IFC Midnight Blu-ray from 2015, and that is Of the Devil's Candy. I really enjoyed this film quite a bit, and I even like the reverse artwork in here too. So I'm going to flip that around. It says we are his pawns, his demons on earth. So there's that. Okay, now I gotta talk about Barnes & Noble. So This has happened to me before, where I buy something in store, take it home, open it up, and realize that it's not what it's supposed to be. So I bought Creepshow 2 for my brother for as a present or whatever. Took it home, opened it up, and what was inside? 2 Blu-rays, Zombieland and Zombieland 2 Double Tap. Take a look closer at the artwork because it was like a photocopy of it, front and back. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but apparently these bootlegs or fake movies are getting into the retailers. So keep an eye out for that. I did pick up one Criterion for 50% off, and that is from 1967. It is a French film called Weekend, directed by Jean-Luc Godard. That's how I say his name. I forget who. I saw someone talk about this, or at least on somebody posted about it on Instagram. I forget who did, but I'm trying to expand my horizons here with more foreign films, and this one definitely looks interesting. This is about determined to collect an inheritance from a dying relative, a couple travel across the French countryside while civilization crashes and burns around them, featuring a justly famous sequence in which the camera tracks along a seemingly endless traffic jam. Enriched with historical and literal references, Weekend is a surreally funny and disturbing call for revolution, a depiction of society reverting to savagery, and according to the credits, the end of cinema itself. Yeah. So, glad to have that in the collection. Look at that car crash. It's crazy. But yeah. Trying to expand the foreign films. Alright, McKay's, I only found 2 titles. 1 Blu-ray, 1 CD replacement for mine. So the Blu-ray I found was a full moon release of Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death, starring Bill Maher, Shannon Tweed, and Adrienne Barbeau. This is from 1989. This was directed by J.D. Athens. Barry Primus is also in this film. So is Karen Mistal. It's supposed to be like a comedy, not a horror, but it's like a really weird comedy. You get trailers for other movies and the trailer for this movie. The only CD I picked up was a replacement because this one was, I think, mint. Yeah, completely mint. Mine, I've listened to it over the years and it's scratched now. So I had to pick it up, and that is Nirvana's Incesticide. It's just a B-side album. Going through from 1989 through 92, 91, 92. Well, this was released in 92, so... Well, sorry, no, 88 through 92. Sorry. But yeah, I think is this the re-release or the actual one with the note inside? Because when they re-released this, yeah, this is the one this is the version I don't have. This is a different version. Yeah, this has the actual note that Kurt actually wrote in here, so that's good to have. He wrote a whole essay in here, and then of course here's everybody that was all the musicians that were in the album. So Chris, Kurt, Dave, Dale, Chad, and Dan Peters. Sorry, I had to go through all that. I really love that album. And then some mail here. And then I got some Spirit Halloween stuff I picked up today for 25% off, not 50% off. That's tomorrow, apparently. So, Amazon. I purchased this, I think, yesterday morning, because this was on sale. and I wanted to check it out. And that is the 1976. This is a Shout Select release of Neil Simon's Murder by Death. Great cast in here, guys. You get Elaine Brennan, Truman Capote, James Coco, Peter Valk, Alec Guinness, Elsa Lanchester, David Naveen, Peter Sellers, Maggie Smith, Nancy Walker, and Estelle Winwood. So, awesome cast in here. This is, I guess, this is kind of like Clue in a way. So, glad to pick this up and give it a watch. I'm sure it's fantastic from what I'm reading online. So, we get audio commentary by film historian Lee Gambin, a conversation with Neil Simon, the theatrical trailer, and the photo gallery. Deep discount. I got one more order coming probably later in the week. I ordered 3 titles. These were all, I think it was buy 3 get 15% off or something like that. So I got 2 Martini releases, which is a subsidiary of also Slasher Video and Olive Films. So first one I picked up is from 1981, and that is the slasher film called Victims. 76 minutes. What's the rating on this? I don't think it's rated. Yeah, not rated. Looked interesting to me, and I've heard it's a decent slasher, so I figured I'd pick it up. This one I needed because I have the sequel to it, and that is Ted Pryor in Deadly Prey. I heard the Deadliest Prey was not good, and that this one is obviously the better one of the 2. 88 minutes, also not rated. And then this one is an upgrade. I have the DVD of it, and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to upgrade. And this is a film from 2020, and that is They Reach. This is put up by Uncorked Entertainment and Single Shred Films. What's her name? Mary Madeline Rowe. She plays the lead actress in this. She's really good. She's only like, I think, 15 or 16. So, glad to have this in the collection as an upgrade. I recommend this one. This is like one of the better independent horror films from last year. Macari, I picked up 1 title. This is another upgrade for me. This is a creature feature comedy horror from 2002, and that is Eight-Legged Freaks with David Arquette, Scarlett Johansson, Dougie Doug, Scott Terra, and Carrie Warrer. Yeah, you don't want to mess with spiders. If you don't like spiders, you shouldn't watch this movie. And lastly, I got one thing that I've been waiting for a long time from Shout Factory and themselves. I've watched season 1 of this show. I really enjoyed it, so I got the whole complete series. So that's seasons 1 through 4, and that is Punky Brewster. I forget how many episodes are on here, but you also get all episodes of the animated one. It's Punky Brewster on here as well. Interviews with the cast and creator and producers. Well, you should know they don't get any interviews with her, which is kind of strange. But you get interviews with the old man, her and her 2 friends in the show, and one of the writers. So that's pretty neat. Really enjoyed this show. It's definitely a family-oriented show from the mid to late 80s. So glad to have that in the collection. So I'm going to do this by stacks, and then I'll get in with the spirit stuff. So if you guys want to go through this again, here are all of my thrift store pickups. My used bookstore pickups, and then my mail pickups. All right, Spirit Halloween. I went in there thinking, okay, every year prior they've had nothing but 50% off the day after Halloween. That's not the case this year. Everything is 25% off on November 1st, and then starting November 2nd, which is their last day, they mark everything down to half off. So I only got 3 things out of the. I was going to pick up like 5, but I ended up putting 2 back because I didn't want to spend $50. So I got 1 decal. I already put it on my car, so I'll post that on Instagram later. So I got a another hat, Killer Clowns hat. This is put out by Fright Rags and MGM. It's a nice little tag on it. And then I got another mask here to go with my vampire mask that you guys have seen before. So I got the vintage monster mask of the Frankenstein monster. As you guys have seen this in, like, if you guys go to Spirit, they have this almost every year. So glad to have this in my collection now. I always like that vintage look. It's better than the other Frankenstein mask I have. So that is everything I have for you guys today. I have my Vinegar Syndrome package has been sent out over the weekend, so it should be here maybe tomorrow, maybe later in the week, but I will show that when I receive it, and I will catch you guys next time. So take care, have fun, don't stop searching for good deals out there, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.